Action. Take 57. Welcome to a peek behind the curtain, the making of the next YouTube sensation. Or, you don't know? Jack. As promised, I am back to just give you guys a little bit of an update. And this one's more a behind the scenes, sharing my list of things to do, and I think more so sharing with you the list of things that I haven't done. And I'm lucky to at least have the phone in a position where I'm not sideways. Lighting is probably crappy, but let's move forward, shall we? I thought it would be interesting to not only put out all of the thingies that I want to put out into the universe, but to chronicle what that looks like. And I'm going to do good, bad, or otherwise, a sort of behind the scenes, peek behind the curtain kind of thing, where I share with you and take you along with me on all things to do to make all of this magic happen. Oh boy. And it's been a while since I've posted a video, so it's kind of funny to me that here I am playing catch up, and really my hiatus was because I got a lot of things going on in my life that are taking priority above this smoke and mirror magic stuff that you see here. And actually, I don't think we got a lot of smoke and mirrors going on today, but here we go. So, as you know, I got hung up in the beginning, mainly of just trusting myself to take that first leap. And I did, and sure enough, Murphy came right along the same week that I put out my first videos and said, you know what, you need to spend some time over there. And I will at times elaborate on that personal stuff, but if you know anything about me, this is a biggie. Your story is yours to tell. And I'm very particular, I don't want to put things on this channel, this platform. I don't put things even on my personal Facebook without thinking about how it's going to affect other people. So I've had a serious conversation with my son about all this craziness, and he's pretty open to just about anything. But when it comes to some other stories in my life, if it's about me, I'll be an open book. And I've warned you guys before, don't ask if you don't want to know the answer. But there's some things going on with some family members and some close friends that I'm just going to tell you it's a little heavy. I'll elaborate on it another time, another place, but it's enough that it was enough to pull me away from this. And in a rare moment of peace, quiet, and solitude, I'm the only one in the house today, I'm going to catch you up on the things that are in process to make this channel happen. What's interesting to me is once I took that leap, my list of things to do was still there. It was the same. And, one of the things to grow up and be a real boy or have a real YouTube channel, you have to put out content, and you have to get so many people to view your thingies. And, there's different mile markers, mile posts, milestones, that's the word, where you, once you get to this point, then you can do this. And then once you get to that point, then you can do that. So here's my conflict with that. Like, I'm not the type of person, nor have I ever been, where I just want to throw it all up at the ceiling and see what sticks. So I'd like to think, we're kind of going to be a little silly and perhaps haphazard, making a lot of mistakes in the beginning. But I don't want to just put things out there that aren't going to help you get to know me better and my mission here, because I have one, believe it or not, and I just feel a little like I'm not expressing that very well lately. So in this behind the scenes, I'm going to share with you, I was going to actually show you, you want to see my living room for a second? So that's what the rest of the, right? So that's where some other magic happens over there, and there's the lights and all that stuff. I'm sitting here on the couch, as I often am, this is my desk, my office at times, with my laptop, editing this, researching that, commenting on that, and I'm trying to stay above water. But my list has been interesting, and I finally, a neat thing to finally check off my list has been that I struggled with connecting, and I was going to put out a plea, but it fixed itself. I struggled with connecting my Instagram, for example, account, which was personal, and then I changed it to a professional one, and there's some hoops and hurdles to jump over for that. So if you're thinking about doing this, self-branding, putting yourself out into the universe thing, that's something. There's some things you have to check off there. So Instagram is talking to the new Facebook page, which is awesome. The Facebook page is up, and it has the same branding that this YouTube channel has, Just Ask Kaaren. I've purchased my website, I have a domain, and I even am on the edge of, I guess I just have to pay him a deposit, but I have a fella that's going to help me make a real logo for myself, and it's like herding cats, I bet. And I've made this very long, getting to know me thing, what I like, what I don't like, but he's going to help tweak my website and create a logo. How exciting is that? And in my mind, that's looked like this woman, this frazzled, doing all the thingies woman, juggling lemons or, whatever, the many labels that we have, whatever that looks like. So I'm really, really excited about that. What else? I assigned the Twitter, same thing. I had to switch the names and the pictures and have that all match up. Oh, apparently when you start a blog, you're supposed to write things in the blog. And I've started writing a bunch of thingies, but some things have happened that have kind of changed my direction on what I want to write about right now. And I'm trying to be delicate with some of my personal relationships, because I never want to tell someone else's story for them. But it's important. It's a fine line. Like, I want to be able to express myself, and that's my therapy, getting it out and putting it on paper. But I have to respect, and some things, I have a perfect example, and without being way specific, some of the things that are going on right now, somebody in my circle, we'll leave it at that, put something out into the social media universe that they probably shouldn't have. And it affected my child, it affected, some other people, and I'm sure it came from a good place, but I have, there's a couple things that are pet peeves, or a couple things that I have little patience for, and maybe it's just because I'm wired differently, I don't know, but I like to think about other people and what and how my words will impact them, especially in these delicate, these delicate kind of situations, right? And what's funny is I wonder if I'll have bloopers, like my squirrels, if I'll have bloopers on this one, because I haven't stopped talking since I hit the record button. Those are all the social media things that I've checked off my list. Did I get them all? YouTube channel, check. Facebook page, check. Instagram switched, check. Twitter, check. Website and blog, check. And Instagram and Facebook are matched up and they're talking to each other, which, if you knew how frustrating it was to make that happen, I uninstalled my Instagram like 10 times, rebooted, made it personal, made it professional, made it personal. And then all of a sudden, I'd like to tell you that I have some Holy Grail answer to how I got it to work, to help you if you're looking at this somewhere down the line to figure it out. But no. I can tell you that once Facebook shows up, when you go to that page on Instagram, don't do it from the website, by the way. You have to do it from your phone. But once it turns blue, like once you see the little Facebook icon blue on that apps page, and Twitter is blue as well, and it actually shows up the name of the page you're trying to assign it to, you're close. And then it's just a matter of time. What I think happened is it just didn't catch up with itself. It didn't populate. It didn't, whatever it does in the social media sphere for updating that kind of stuff. So this is my first update, a peek behind the curtains. You're seeing me in you know, on the couch in a t-shirt, laptop out, which is how I spend most of the days here. And I'm working on some stuff. I made a list. I'm actually going to film one of the next videos in my son's room. And he said I could. I'm not going to show you how messy it is, though. I should keep this brief, not too long. I'm still going to do the funny thing about brake light fluid. I haven't forgotten. And then there's some other stuff. You know, I'm a lot of things. And right now what I can talk about is I'm helping with my son's high school rugby team. And I am the paper lady. I'm all about crossing T's and dotting I's. And there's a lot of compliance issues, right? It's your health insurance, it's your emergency contacts, it's talk about all of the thingies, information overload. And it's like 20 things to check off a list for 60 different families. Only about 5 of them were on time and turned in all of the things they were supposed to turn in. And so I just sent out my final, this is it, not going to chase you down. So that has just been on my brain like crazy. But I'm going to talk about that. And then I went to a wonderful, I got to speak this week at a women's group that was just amazing. So I want to share that with you guys too. So I'm glad I could pop in and say hi. Share me, there's enough to go around, I hope. Like it or not, but just stick with me. This is really, I'm working hard to turn this into something really, really special. And I'm going to make, certain videos to go along certain subject lines and just trust that I've got a plan. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way to you guys or me, but I really, really do. And I'm passionate about the things that I want to say and the things that I want to share and the impact that I want to make, because there are some things that I think we can do better, and I want to start the conversation. And I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing me say that, but that's me, and I don't know how to be more transparent than that. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to this video. I hope you'll stick around. And always remember, when life gives you lemons, what are you going to do? You're going to make lemonade, right? I find myself lemonading a lot lately, so I'm right there with you. And as always, if you don't know, Jack, just ask Kaaren.